Don't forget to tell me to zoom in when I need to.
Okay, Master.
Okay, we are here. We are live. We are ready. We're a minute or two early. We
Yeah.
don't care. We like that.
Mm,
We don't care. We like
okay, there's that echo, and I took care of it. Yay!
Oh, oh, I heard it. Yeah,
Yep,
good.
I got it. I think
Well,
there's no echo now. No, there's no echo.
oh, no echo.
There there
Well,
is
let's
a,
do the intro for those that come back and watch afterwards.
there you go for the replayers.
We are the Mad Scientists. I am Mad Frankie, as it says there, just there. And this is Violet Igel over here, who's not touching fingers like she should be.
Oh, I'm. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait for me. I'm just. Wait.
Whee!
I can be as big as you. Okay, we got to do the heart. We got to do the heart. Come down, come down. Can we do it? Oh, well, it's wonky, just like us.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, good. And
Uh,
then, hello, Evie.
Hi,
I,
Evie. We're
I
just
won't
being
be able to see
silly.
that. Just can't reach up to where my Kindle is sitting.
Yep.
So, do you want me to get rid of you?
Yes,
Oh,
please make me go away. Bye bye,
okay,
everybody.
there we go. Right, now we're going to talk about Mr. Ugly for a bit. Because I wasn't happy with the patchiness of the colour. So I went over the whole thing with white gesso. But I do like the patchiness of the texture. You know, like I've got the bead texture here, which is lovely now. And I've got some crackle here. There was a bit of crackle on the eyes as well, different type of crackle. Not so much on this side, but it's working well there. And then there was the pumice gel there. And I've fixed his neck now with it, leaving it for so long. It's gone really nice and hard, and he stands up beautifully. Lovely. So what I'm going to do with him, was thinking about sanding, but I'm not convinced that's quite such a good idea. I'm thinking that any kind of texture on here is going to help when I want to stick something to it, like something like that.
Oh, nice. Are you
Or,
are you
well,
gonna add to the neck like P did to extend it and make it
no,
more?
no, I'm happy with it as it is.
Hi, Lexi.
Hi, Lexi. See, I've got loads of these, so I can put some of these on as well. I do like cogs and gears. I mean, obviously, I'm going to have to stick them down with plaster. Lots of different designs. And I've got different sizes as well. I've got little ones. So there's plenty to play with. And I'm not going to put them in a pile like that. I'm just doing that so you can see what I've got.
Yeah, I'm really curious how you're gonna get all those things on there to stay and how they're gonna.
Well, plaster, aren't I? I'm going to embed them into plaster. So that's what I'm going to do. And sorry about the cough, I can't help it. And on the back, I want to put things like this.
Oh, nice.
With the black and white. I like the black and white because I then want to dribble colour all over it. Probably in the rust regions. That's my sort of thing. So there's that. And I think I've got another one somewhere. Here we are. Another one. Just stamping out some stuff. I mean, this is steampunkish, so that's my kind of thing. And then there's one in blue with the lovely Beading Up, which we'll be going into in a moment. And a nice lilac one, and copper, and different colours. So there's all that. So let's get rid of those for now.
Hiya, Janet.
We'll put Mr. Ugly down for a mo. Can always get him back up again. I need to.
Evie said that seemed to be much more pretty. I'm not sure which one she means because I like them all.
I've got a few more sheets of these are stiffer. These are the Astro Brights. So these are quite a lot stiffer, but there's lots of Beading Up on here, which I'm going to go into.
So
lots.
They're not for Mr. Ugly because they're a little too stiff.
No, they're too stiff. Yeah, but they're nice.
Yeah.
The soft one, like the tissue paper and so forth, would be. And I could use something like this, but this is meant more for collage, like in the swatch book, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So with this one, what I did was I used these. So I used the gold one on this one, on the black tissue. Quite easy to do. It's just like painting. Comes out quite nicely. Same with the black. I got bored there. And then I got even more bored and did some squares. And then I did some white. So I've got black, white, and gold.
Hiya, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa. And then I did these two. This is on the rice paper. And it works quite well on the rice paper. Seems to work pretty good. So that's good. And then there's this one. Now this one is on deli paper. I think Farrell said she didn't like it on deli paper so much, but I thought I'd give it a go just to see. And it worked pretty good. I mean, you could cut it up and put it into a collage. It's not going to... I think she said you could peel it off, but I'm not going to bother with that.
Oh.
And of course,
that's because she used, that's because she used the string art or the tar gel.
Well, that's what I used here.
Uh-huh.
Gel with some red paints. Hang on a moment. Oh, just got to press a button. Won't be a minute.
Okay. Hi, Estella. While Fran's off for a moment, let me just say hello to everyone and welcome, and thank you for coming to see us. We appreciate you.
Right. So this one, oh, here we are. I put some string gel in it, practically filled it with string gel, because Flora said she liked the string gel. She tried string gel and clear tar gel and preferred the string gel. So I tried that one first, didn't try that yet, the other one. And I put in about 10 drops of this. That's all red light. It's the high flow. So it's more like an ink. And what else? One pea-sized piece of cadmium red hue and one pea-sized piece of rich transparent red oxide. And that's what I got.
Well, now there's a comment about the tar gel. Lexi says she's very intrigued. She can only make a mess with tar gel.
Well, I just put it in here. I was going to use it. Sorry. I was going to use it with an icing kit, you know? Mm-hmm. But the one I bought was so big that the nozzles are so wide, it's just pointless. So I'm going to have to look around for a smaller, more delicate thing.
Hi, Mariah. Okay, dear.
So in the meantime, all I did was I grabbed this and I just scooped some up and just dribbled it on. That's all I did. And there you go. So that's on deli paper. I thought I'd try deli paper to see. And I've done another one on white tissue, but I can't show you because it hasn't dried yet.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say the only thing I remember about tar gel is what Patricia and Mariah said was that it takes forever to dry.
Yeah, well, the string gel, that one dried overnight. That one on the deli paper.
Hi, Susan. Much love to you too, dear. I like that red one.
Yeah, I like the red one. It turned out a lot brighter than I had hoped it would. Because I thought, I put the transparent red oxide on and I thought, it's gone too sort of browny. And then I found a cadmium red hue and added some of that and it brightened up beautifully. Beautifully. Because they're transparent paints. So I guess they didn't overwhelm it too much. But the cadmium red wasn't so transparent. The cadmium red was a Galeria one.
Are you going to show us how you made those, how you drizzled them on, or is that too boring?
Well, I can do easily. I can do another one. Let's have
So for Lexi, who's interested in the tar gel thing, Lexi, I will say she made her own little mix of color that she wanted, and that's in that jar there. And then she put in a certain amount of tar gel drops.
No.
No.
I put in string gel in this one, and I just almost filled the pot with string gel. I just kept dolloping it until it was almost full. Then I put in about 10 drops of this Naphthol red light, which is inky-like in its consistency. It's the golden high flow. So you could use ink. Wouldn't hurt to use ink, especially acrylic ink, because this is all acrylic. And then put in a pea-sized piece, just a little pea-sized piece of transparent red oxide, rich transparent red oxide. I think that was the Liquitex one. And then the cadmium red hue, again, about a pea-sized piece. And that worked fine. So what I'll do now, I'll make some more with the clear tar gel, because I've not tried that one. I only tried the string gel one, which is the Liquitex, right?
But the process to create with them is the same.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. So, see if I can dollop some in here before it all closes up. Can you see what I'm doing? Or am I gone off camera now?
Hold the phone. We're seeing more of your teacup than we are of your plate.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. You're just going to have to scooch over to your left a bit.
Well, hi, I don't want to scooch. I'm going to be working on.
I'm going to butcher her name. Stitching art. Her name is Palia. Mom-in-law not well, but we'll catch up. Thumbsy upsies. Yes, dear. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I hope she gets well soon.
Mm-hmm. And Lexi says she wonders how much that affects the consistency. So you can reply to that.
Well, I haven't tried it with less yet. I'm putting in about the same amount, which is almost a full jar full of the tar gel, as I put in of the string gel earlier.
All right. And she says that hers comes off the palette knife in blobs. So I'm doing something wrong. Well, that's what we're doing.
An old pot of it. I mean, this is obviously thick resinous fluid acrylic medium. It's obviously fairly recently bought by me. I don't know whether that was going to make much difference.
Well, let's see. It's the tar gel. It's not the string gel. So let's see how it works.
Yeah, well, the string gel was, frankly, the same consistency. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Just let me wipe my doodle. Right, now I don't want to use red again because I've done that. I want to do something else. Another colour, something interesting. So, What shall we have? Let's have some of this lovely dioxazine purple. So we'll put in what I reckon is about the same amount as I put in before.
Okay, so I wrote that down. You filled the jar, basically, it's a 2 ounce jar,
Yeah,
and you pretty much filled that with the tar gel or the string gel, depending on what they want to use. And then
yeah,
you put a pea drop of the Kryla transparent red oxide. So,
yeah. And this time I've put about 10, 15 drops of the dioxazine purple in.
and is that a high flow?
Yep, that's the high flow, this one.
Okay. And then
Dioxazine purple.
in the other one you put a pea drop of the transparent red oxide and then a pea drop of the Winsor Newton cadmium red hue, and then
Yeah,
10 drops of the red light. So
yeah.
this time we're going blue.
Well, I put in dioxazine purple because I like that colour, and I don't know that I'm actually going to add anything else.
Well, it
It's
looks like
now
it matches your thumbnail, so I went with blue. Ha ha ha.
just trying to mix in as much of this as possible. This is not something I could really mix on a glass plate. I expect you probably could, but it's so watery
Yeah.
that I don't really want to, and I don't want the string gel or the clear tar gel drying up too soon. So that's what I did. Okay.
So I'm wondering how old Lexi's tar gel is that it came off
Yeah.
as blob.
I mean, look at this. This is lovely stuff.
Okay, hold it where we can see it. You want to get closer to your teacup.
Do I?
Where's your
Well,
teacup, Fran? Where's your
over
cup?
there.
Oh, you're splattering. Okay, there you go. Oh, see how Lexi, see how she's just barely tilting the palette knife.
Just letting some dribble off. I find that I've got to redo it every so often. Move it over a bit. Is that better? Let me do a bit more.
And that was the reason why you were looking at the cake decorating plunger.
Yeah, because that could be a bit more accurate.
Yeah.
Because this is not particularly accurate, is it? I mean, I'm just daubing it on, really.
Yeah, but I
When
like it.
I'm putting on a big blob like that, that's what takes the time to dry, the big bits. So I can just sort of scoop some of that up. But you're making more of a mess like that, aren't you? Whoa, is a biggie. That's a
Viscosity
bit.
is very important. That's a comment from Mariah.
Yeah.
Mariah says she's out and about, so her volume sound is limited. So
Here we go. Try again.
she's on the road again.
I mean, you've got some control with a palette knife, but not as much as you
Well,
would have with.
here's the thing. I like those that have the thin lines, but I like some of the fatter lines too.
Well, I like the variety between them, you see, so that's fine for me.
Hmm.
Other people want to be more accurate and do something more like they're doing icing, will need an icing kit. Yeah, this is not particularly accurate.
Well, then just listen, Mariah, because we have wonderful things to say, and you could come back and watch later, and because we
Look, you
need
can get it
some
to
time.
go You can get it to go stringy like that. The higher up it is, the more it goes stringy and makes little squiggles.
But yeah, I was gonna say it makes squiggles, and it's also a little bit harder to be more
Yeah.
precise. So you get what you
Yeah.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we need you, Mariah, in case there's questions that we can't answer. So we need you to listen and help us out here.
Yep. So there we go. So that's good enough for that, I reckon. Just for an experiment. And that was the tar gel as opposed to the string gel.
And you
So
didn't
they both
notice the difference.
felt the same. I don't notice any difference.
Hmm.
I know Froyle said she noticed a difference, and I'm going to have to go back and listen to her live again and see what
Yeah.
it was she said.
I sent you the link, I think.
Right, I'm going to take this away and put it somewhere safe. Well, hopefully I can find it again. Usually I put things safe and I never see them again. Oh, won't be a moment. I'm just going to stagger around the corner with my back leg. And I'll pop it there. So, beading up. Let's talk about beading up. Now I've got the Kindle here so that I can go in if I need to show you what I'm talking about like that.
To zoom in.
Okay. Yeah. So I have found that the ones that bead up best are the high flow and these two. There are others that do it as well, like the iridescent copper fine. This is a high flow one, but the ordinary fluid one does bead up a bit as well. Not quite so much, I don't think. So there's those. And of course, inks will bead up. Sometimes they will bead up so much that it's not so easy to control. So let's stick with these for the moment. And let's do a bit of beading up and see what happens. I've got some nice various different little.
Okay, so Lexi asked the question, do we know if gold leaf sticks to this when it's dry? I would say if you've noticed it's pretty tacky, isn't that all gold leaf needs is tackiness to adhere to?
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, possible. I mean, you could just put some matte medium down or gloss medium and put the gold on that. That'll stick to that.
Right. And I don't have gold leaf, but I do have gold foil, and it only needs like tackiness to
Yeah,
adhere.
yeah. So let's have a go with this. So what should we do? Well, we're on a purple kick. Let's keep going. Purple. I like to wipe its nose because otherwise it squirts all over things and touches my hands
Yep.
and everything.
Mariah agrees. If it's sticky, then leave it. Yep.
So
Well,
we've got that.
and be sure to come back and tell us, did it work or didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You can post it in Makers. Here, I'll post the link for Makers. Got it all handy dandy. No, I don't. That's what I
Now
get.
then, let's zoom in on this. You can see that there is some beading up going on here. I hope you can see. Can you see how it's not a look at this bit over here?
All right. I'll say yes, but we need to know, can anyone
There's a
else see
there. Yeah,
there's beading?
that's the only bit that's not beading up so much. Here, all these little dots are where it's beading up. Right, turning into little dots all over the surface. Okay, it will be more easy to see when it's printed. So let's do something about that. Let
Okay.
me use this because it's got a good surface to take some up.
Way to go, Lexi. Get yourself a partner and have some fun. I'm going to post the link for Makers group. If you're not part of Makers, go answer the questions and join, and then post pictures and ask questions in there.
I've got a piece of
Mariah
paper
is
here.
here. Mariah is PM Artist Studio, and she and her mama run the group really nicely. And Brad. Let's not forget Brad. Okay.
beastly horrible hair there I'm trying to get rid of. Got it. Now, I should better pull that up immediately. Now you can see some beading more easily.
Okay, this is where Mariah needs to get off the sound and get on the visual. And there you go. That's
You
beading.
can see
It's
dots.
not
That's
right. It's not crazing. Crazing is different.
crazing is well, I don't know. I mean, it's all a type of beading. It's a reaction of the particular paint, I think, because if you use the black beads up in a different way, and that's a Stuart Semple one, the black 3.0.
Yeah.
And then there's the white 2.0, which is also Stuart Semple, and again that beads up in a different way, but different to the black as well. So you get much tinier little beading. Beads of paint forming with the white than you do with the black. With the black, it sort of comes together in sort of like neurons almost.
Yeah, that's what we said. Mariah, if you're on visual, can you see the beading that she's talking about, or come back and see it when you can?
Right, so let's have another go.
So you want to zoom back out again?
Well, I can do, but or I can just carry on where I am.
Okie dokie.
Got it in view there, so I can pop that down. Put him down, and we'll put him down when we've got some colour on. Let's do some of the black, just to see if we can get the different kind of beading that I'm talking about. Oh, we don't want that. It's a dried up bit. And there's another one.
Answer Susan here or respond. Susan, I watch Bella Crafts Publishing every Wednesday when I'm not with Fran. I watch the replays now. And Ann Butler runs that, and she loves foiling. And through her, I learned about using a laminator for the foils. And then I went from there and learned how to use just I have a laser printer, so I can print out my own designs for the foils and then run them through the laminator. And then the other thing is to see what you're getting there, Fran, is crazy, isn't it?
Well, it's beading up, but it's beading up in a different kind of pattern. You can see that what you're getting is more sort of, what was the word I used before? Not microbe.
Neuron.
Neuron. More like a neuron, you see, with a glob with little lines going off from it. And it does look rather like cracking, like crazing.
Okay, well, first of all, let me finish my thought to Susan. So Susan, from there, once I did the black laser printing and foiling, I thought, well, what's creating that? And that's when I learned it was okay, thank you, Mariah, the tackiness. So then I found 3 different glues I have. I think one was Eileen's original tacky glue, and one was Yes Paste, and one was, I think, just Elmer's glue. And I put them down on some paper, and then I let them like dry a bit, but they stayed tacky. And then I put the foil over them. And the only one I can't remember which one worked. I'm sorry, I can't remember which one actually worked. But it didn't need a laminator. That I do know. And then Paulia says beading is like the plate perspiring, which is totally different to crackling.
Yeah, but it's in some places a similar sort of pattern, which is fascinating, I think.
Yeah, what we saw, your top left, what we saw the last time, it was similar to that, only it got bigger, like neurons.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can get from that one.
Right. I've probably seen Patty do something with foiling, Susan, without a laminator. And you're using tissue paper here? Yes, you're using tissue paper.
White wet strength tissue paper from Carnival.
Yeah.
There we are.
Well, the other thing we talked about last time was when you brayered, the brayer pulled up the paint too and left a you weren't sure which. That is cool.
Isn't it? I mean, it's such a variety with just the one paint. I mean, you've got big bits here, you've got little tiny bits there, and even tinier bits there. And isn't it fascinating?
I love it. That's like
I mean, paint is the sort of one that you want to do some Uncle Joeing with, which is what I was trying there.
yeah,
Not as well as I should, but that's what I did with the first one anyway.
they're liking it. They're liking it in the chat. I like it. Makes great collage too.
A bit of this. Drat. I squidged.
I squished.
I know what I forgot.
Hmm.
I forgot to get some tissue.
Mm.
Yeah, I forgot to get some tissue.
Black tissue, you mean?
No, I mean tissue to wipe my hands with.
Wipeaways, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What a mess. Anyway, so we got that one. And you get better. Now, let's try a bit of that as well, just for fun. These have a ball in, so you really should be shaking them up. I keep forgetting that myself. Right.
Yep. Beating, crackling, crazy, neurography. Fran and I were saying the one we saw, was it last week or the week before? Looked like neurons shooting out.
The black is inclined to do that more than others.
Hi,
I'm
Liz.
very lucky. You've got some down here now. Do you see that? You can see the beading up there.
Oh, I can see it. I hope
If you go over
see it.
with something like this, doing doing an Uncle Joe effort on it. Like that.
Oh, yeah. Neurographic. Biologizing, microscopicing. Now we're making up words.
Lovely. I like making up words. So we've got that.
I know you do. Aluminum.
Yeah, I don't know what that's made up from.
That's just that's just a mispronunciation just to trip me up.
Yeah. So I'm going to pop this down. That's two different high flow paints on there, the teal and the
Oh, I was too late. I was hoping to get a close up of that before you put the paper down.
sorry, we'll have to go back and take a close up then, won't we?
Yeah.
Look at
I'll just do a screenshot.
yeah.
What was that?
And these dry quite well, so you get a good pull off these fairly soon.
Selling. Selling was one of the words that we used previously.
Yep. Selling, beading up,
Yep.
making it a bit like cells or a bit like the
Okay.
paint is clumping together in patches.
Go to the right a little bit and down. Oh, that's gorgeous.
I was liking this bit up here. This is just ooh, lovely. If you keep going, you end up with stuff like I had last time, eventually. If you're lucky. The one that looks a bit like little clouds. That was lovely, that one.
You didn't shake it.
No, well, I had just shaken it, so I don't really care.
Okay.
Here, I've choking that one.
All right.
Now I'm going to use him. And him. And probably him.
So these stencils coming up are your trilobites, the ones that you designed.
Yep. Right. That's enough.
You probably think I'm weird, but I'm looking at that thinking I would just put my thumb down here, there, and everywhere just to get a thumbprint.
Yeah, all right. There you go.
No, it didn't do it, did it? It pulled the paint up.
Yeah, wow. Probably waited a bit too long. Let's have a go on top of this one.
Look at all that separation. Oh, it's absolutely, Paula. I will. She will ask me, well, what do you think? Should we use what color should we go with next? And I'll give her all kinds of ideas, and then she'll go her own way. It's fine.
Sorry.
I'm used to it. And then she says, "Whoo, sorry," and then she says, "Too late." So that's life.
Lovely. That's lovely. Look at that.
Yeah, you need to share that with us.
With a print
With a thumbprint.
artist. Yep.
I'm gonna make that your
Lovely.
signature now.
No, I don't think so. Get messy enough as it is. So right.
The Liz, the Trilobites stencil. She says she loves that stencil. Her and who was the other person? Oh my gosh, I even wrote it down. Who loves your stencils that we Yeah, Paula, that's how my husband and I are a lot of times is we just bounce back and forth off each other. We're just in tune. My husband started it. I was never like this. It's all his fault. I was very meek and mild and quiet and shy and
He's done a great job.
I'll tell him he said so. After what he said last night about you, you would stick up for him.
Right.
Now,
So we've got a bit of things going on here and a lot of beading.
I
And we've
have
got
to
a lot.
I have to back up. The stencil you just used. Oh, I love that. That's Mariah's stencil. That's not yours. That one.
That is um the mandala one, isn't it?
No, that's a Celtic one.
Celtic. Yeah, Celtic mandala. Or
Hmm.
Celtic circles.
That's a bit of scrap from Mariah. Hmm. Did I post a link to their shop? I don't know. I posted a link to the group. Why did I not post a link to the shop? I always have a link for that. I don't know. I'm slipping. Okay. You can ooh and ah at every stencil.
Lovely. Look,
I do.
look, see that clouding that where the little clouds come along. I like that.
There.
Isn't that lovely? That's super. That is gorgeous. I'm very happy about that one. Yes. Right, I'm going to do some more bronze. And was it copper? Was it? It was copper. Hee hee. I could do a bit of bronze though.
So,
Where's the
Mariah,
bronze?
I know you're listening and not seeing. So when you come back, you'll see what she means, what she calls the beading. Maybe you have another term for it, but it's not really
Possibly.
painting. It's more of a it's a different kind of separation on the plate.
I don't think I got one of these. I thought I had, but I don't seem to have one of the bronze iridescent fine in the high flow. I thought I had. Maybe I thought I've already got that one, so I don't need another one. Wrong.
Hmm. Now, will this heat up? This is a metallic, so
Yeah, I'm going to try a little bit of the green gold.
yeah.
The metallic does. Ooh, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, Liz, Fran really worked her eyeballs and her back and neck strain from working on creating that trilobite stencil. Let me tell you, she spent some time on it, and she shouldn't really be sitting that long in front of a computer monitor.
No, I shouldn't.
What a color! Now, let's see if this will bead and then do a close up for us before you put the paper down. Can you do that? Look at,
Some here.
I see it. It's like bubbles. It's like bubbles.
It's almost like there's nothing there, but that is just a shine. There is colour there.
Right.
There we are. Now it's reading, what
Now
I
you
can
can
see.
see it.
Yeah, and there's some over here.
It's like little poofy clouds.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm going to put something else there. I'm going to do some more trinobites.
Hi, Darcy. Darcy says, I see Fran couldn't wait to get playing again now that she's home. Are you kidding me, Darcy? She was having withdrawal symptoms. She was getting really cranky and mean and horrid. I gotta tell you, it was everything I could do to calm her down.
Actually, the best thing was just being able to go online in the room and talk to Violet.
Yeah, we had fun this morning, just being
There
together
you
this morning. And last night, just
are.
talking last night, and Russ sticking his 2 cents in wherever he could, like comments from the peanut gallery,
Oh yeah.
and then Ian coming in and telling us burgers. What was Ian saying? Oh heck, I can't even remember.
He's just so chuffed that he'd done those nice burgers. They were really good.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was proud of himself.
Yeah.
Okay, Mariah. Can you imagine, you guys, that Fran goes across country to Wales to for her aunt's funeral, and while she's there, she gets COVID, and she only took enough stuff to stay like a couple nights, and she ends up being there for what, 10 days?
Yeah, a bit more than that, really, because
Yeah, with a dog, no less. She had to take her dog because she couldn't leave at home. So, like,
yeah,
holy cow, that's beautiful.
it's lovely. Got some nice little bits of the blue from before. But
Well,
that is beading up. That's quite a lot of beading up, actually.
that's quite a
You see,
lot. Yep, yep. Hold it up
and I
so I can
stuck
see that.
it down here.
The bottom part of that hole. Let me see the again. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, the light glares on it. Dang light.
Lovely, isn't it? I've got some lovely patterning going on here, where the little eyes are.
Right?
You know,
Oh yeah.
the eyes are.
We gotta get you settled down and staying in one place and no more problems
Yeah.
and then get those trilobites out for sale.
Yeah.
What can we do to
Well, I'd said to Ian, I said you need to do all that sort of techie, well, financially type stuff and filling out forms for it and everything because I just can't get my head around it. Yes, lovely one. Now
well,
then, let's have a go.
Talia,
I do.
she basically ran out of the car to get into the house, but not because she fell while she was at her aunt's, and
I
her
staggered the house.
yeah, she still has bruising and swelling of her leg from it, in addition to recovering from COVID. So, and there were no assistants. Almost everything stayed in the car till the next day. Then she went out and got it.
Yeah, and I had to do it all day because I couldn't do it all in one go because it's just too much. And it's too hot as well.
The light did shine on it a bit, Susan. It was just the color of it and the light hitting it. Now this color is, look at that. Look at the beading. Just I could just sit there and watch that all day, and then you go and stick a stencil on it.
Wow. Just wanted to give it a bit of something to think about. There you go.
It was too much Valia, and she wasn't mean or anything. She was just exhausted, still exhausted, but so happy to be back playing, huh, Fran?
Absolutely. Just happy to be in the room, really.
Yeah. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Yeah. Elbow cough. Look at that. You could see it right through the paper. That's
Yeah,
why I
oh,
like
there's little
tissue
melting
paper.
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
Now let's see if we can see it without the overhead light glare. Can everybody see that? Look at you have a heart. Do you see it? Do you see the heart?
No.
Bottom right.
I can see the wobbly paint thing, the sort of ink blot thing. What is it called, Mariah, the ink blot one? I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Brad is here. Brad would know. The bottom right is what I said, Fran, not the top right. Um,
Down
Brad, look,
there. The
yeah,
blob.
see,
Painted
well,
blob.
yeah, now I see the other stem of it, but part of it looked like a heart before. You had it bent down, so I couldn't see it all. What is that stencil called, Brad?
Maybe he can't see it.
The
It's
blobby.
the one that looks like a sort of splat.
Yeah.
They're about. I've got two of them. I think there are three. I don't know where my other one's gone. But I love using those. Those are lovely.
Yeah, Brad knows the name. He'll post it. Rorschach. No, it's yeah, it's like that, but that look at that, still on there.
I don't think it is, because that's more sort of like butterfly, folded, isn't it? Raw sage? I don't know. I really don't know.
It's a
Anyway,
Swiss ink
whatever
blot.
it is, it's nice. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, I
Ah,
can
Daisy.
very easily, like I'm right here at the site. Why don't you go look? Silly girl. Okay. Oh my God, I'm tickled pink. Look at when I would come to the shop, P&M Artist Studio shop, it was like, oh, 4 or 5 pages of stencils. And now there's what? How many, Brad? 9? It's so cool. I don't see the blobs, so they must be an old one, eh?
Oh, were they? Oh, probably because I said, "Oh, I love that one." They said, I'm very lucky.
Yeah, I don't see them. So, well, I don't think so, but not this month, but okay.
There
I
we
don't
go.
see blobs. So either oh, they weren't stencils. They would still be in there. They were masks, but they
Oh,
would,
were they? Oh, they're under masks then. Yeah.
yeah, but no, I looked, they're not there. So Brad needs to explain.
Yes. What you doing? It's good. You need to have that one in.
Yeah,
Like more of it. I do like that big daisy. That does a
yeah.
good job, doesn't it?
And that's another PM Artist Studio stencil, isn't it?
That's definitely called daisies, isn't it?
No, that would be too easy.
Oh, I thought
It's
I'd actually
called,
remembered.
it's actually called the Going Daisies. There's a set of 7, and then there's a large sheet. So yeah, you're right. Mhm.
I haven't got the large. I've only got the set of different sized ones.
Right, the Going Daisies. I love that one. Wow.
But this has got the clouding effect where it sort of beads away in little clouds. It really
That is
does look
cool.
great. Lovely. And I've got sort of the teal blue and the copper. I think it was the copper I used there. Yeah, teal blue and the copper. They go really well together, those two.
I hope everyone
Super.
can see that. You're really making it look pretty the way you ripple it. I like it.
Lovely. Lovely. And I've still got loads there.
And you
If I'm
still have a, yep, you could put some, you could put the,
if I put that aside, I could put something else on it and pick it up later.
yeah, do that.
Good. Well, I have got another one ready, so that is a possibility. Do some light stuff. I haven't done any light stuff. Let's do some light stuff. So we'll do a bit with the white for a start. I think I put that way round because you can see better that way round. See, this is sort of almost like it's almost attracted by the plate, the way it sort of squiggles at it, and it's got a fabulous smell, that one. Hmm. Yep. Now then.
And I see a little bit of beading there, a little bit of
Yep.
separation. Yeah. So you can't blame that on the brayer.
No. And this is the PM Artist Studio one.
Mm-hmm.
That other one was mine, but this is the proper one. The proper grungy one.
Starting
one
to
that,
dry.
yeah, it is. You're right. Yeah, it's starting to dry. You're right. So we'll put a piece of black on. quickly, fast. This is the Astro Brights.
Yep, Astro Bright Black. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like a cardstock.
It is. It's very nearly cardstock. It's not quite as thick as the 360 color copy. 360? Was it 360? I think it's 360. This Astro Brights is not so. I don't know where the packet is. I just got some out. It's not so thick. It's just. So let's have a look and see what we're going to get. Oh, that looks good. We've got some of that stuff that was happening that P was getting. Look, where it sort of pulls some paint up and leaves an impression.
Yeah. Your overhead light is leaving a glare. Yeah. There you go. That's helpful.
The other ones aren't so much, but this one is quite good. It's leaving so little there that you're getting a pattern from the black paper.
You
And
know,
we've still got
almost like a dimensional shadow. I've been doing text work with giving it a 3D look. So it's almost like a dimensional shadow being added there. That's comes to mind to me.
nicely. That came up beautifully.
Yeah. Very nice.
Let me put that out of the way and then try and flatten this down a bit.
Oh my gosh, Fran, I make a rectangle like for postcard size and I hold it up there. Oh my gosh, that whole sheet. I wouldn't know where to cut out a page, you know.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. We've got beading round the round this, my cogs, and we've got the sort of flattening effect from P's cogs.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got beading from the paint on its own in the corner here, as well as some up there. And we've got beading around.
Beading in the corner. Can you hold your paper up closer so I can see that better? That
Sure.
beading down there. Oh, zoom in. Something. Oh yeah.
Yeah, can you see?
Yeah.
Sort of bead.
Like drippy drops.
Yeah.
And I could see what you mean better about the stencil leaving a shadow pushing out like that. That's pretty cool.
That's the kind of Uncle Joe that P is so good at getting.
Why Uncle Joe?
Because that's the first stencil she used to do the effect.
I know, but why the name Uncle Joe?
I don't know. That's what they call that particular stencil.
I'll have to get clarification on that. Mm-hmm. I love even all around the other ones. You could see little like pinhead spots.
Yeah, like that. Or it's almost like the black paper has the pinhead spots and everything else is rushing away from it.
Cool.
Strange. Okay. Strange. I like that one. That one's a very successful one. I like it very much. So let's do another one. Well, we'll do another one and see if that happens again. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be that lucky twice running. So we'll use some white because we'll do it on the Astro Bright again. Whoa, look at this. It just sort of jumps.
Is this that yeah, you need your white now. The white,
Sure.
is that 2.0? Yep, that's what I thought.
Yep. I'm going to add a bit of the copper.
Oh. Estella says Uncle Joe because it looks like coffee rings, and Darcy says I'm not sure if the name is because the circles are like coffee rings, i.e., Cup of Joe.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
Yeah. Now, see, that makes sense.
There we go.
Well, the reason I asked is because, but then somebody went off and said Aunt Mabel or something like that, and I got really confused.
Well, that was the next one, because when they did a similar thing with different shapes, as treating it in the same way as they had treated the Uncle Joe to create the stencil. So then they had to think of another name for the different shape. So they
Yeah,
called it Auntie or whatever it was.
yeah, it confused me. Don't confuse the redhead. We don't like that. We don't like being confused. Explain yourself. I get the Uncle Joe reference now, though. Yeah, it does look like coffee rings. Cup of Joe, coffee rings.
Mm-hmm. I haven't got any of that, I'd quite like some. But I've been doing Uncle Joe effects with other things like this one. So,
I was a waitress, Darcy, and it just didn't. But it was so long ago, so it just didn't click. It just
that is nice. That's got some brownness in it from the copper.
that is cool. That is the trilobites and the gears. I just
Yeah. They go
trilobites
very
and daisies. You need to do trilobites and daisies. That's what it is.
okay. I can do some trilobites and daisies, no problem. Oh, I've got daisies on that one. Let's just trilobites here, though. Well, let's do silver. I haven't done silver. Not for ages.
And probably the other reason I didn't think of Joe coffee, Joe rings, put it all together, is because I'm a tea drinker. I don't, maybe I don't know. I'm trying to explain my weird brain. I don't know. So I just didn't connect it. I'm like, okay, Uncle Joe. All right, we'll go with that. That's all right. Is that already?
Hmm?
Am I already seeing separation on the plate there at the
Yep.
right there? You just
Yep.
made it go away. Okay, trilobites. Look at those daisies. I love those. Now, the difference is that the daisies are PM Artist Studio, and those are made with Yupo.
Yep.
Different texture. Yours are not Yupo. Yours are those
Mine
are
are
that's not
Tyvek.
Tyvek.
Yep. Tyvek.
It is Tyvek. Okay. Wow.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh,
pulled it
that's
all up.
nice.
Look, isn't that cool? Look at
Silver
that.
and blue. Lovely. Look at all this beading we're getting in the daisy there.
I can't. You're looking at it. You got to turn it so we can look at it. Oh, that is beautiful.
Lovely. It's almost like rippling on the sea with the sun shining on the sea, isn't it? It's weird.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
So I just think the ripples, the ribs from the trilobites with the petals from the daisies are just perfect together.
They do go together rather well, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lay it down. Lay it down so
Okay.
we can see. Oh yeah, I like that. That's a piece of work there. That is art.
I'm going to see if I can pick up the daisies with something. These daisies. I'm getting trapped in here again.
No.
Yeah. Now then, what have we got? We've got sort of blues, haven't we? What am I going to pick that up with? I could try one of those Dujima flits.
I could say, but you won't listen to me, so.
Thinking that I could try one of these with the Astra Bright black paper and one of these.
Oh, you're just getting all kinds of creative now.
Lavender Flash.
Okay, to get the best use of the color shift, it's got to go down first. And Mariah will chime in and say if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain that you've got to put it down
I've
first.
got a lot of holes here, haven't I?
Yep.
So,
well, and that's what I meant on that plate. It has to be the top layer. If you want it to see the color shift, doesn't it have to be the top layer, which means it goes down first? Hi, Kelly.
well, I'm going to try it without putting it down first because I haven't put it down first. I put something else down first.
Well, and I ignoring your leftovers.
Yeah.
To get the best response from the color shift paints, you want them to be the top layer. So that means they go down on the plate first.
Yeah. But I'm not going to do that, so.
Well, Mariah wanted me to repeat what I said. So
okay.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome.
I think I will go for this horrible pink just to see what happens because it's going to go on black and I think it'll look better than the Aqua Flash.
What? Did I hear you say willingly?
I'm sorry. Oh, pretend it's lilac. Pretend it's lilac.
Okay, we need to take your temperature because I think you have a fever. You might be ill again.
Yep, probably.
Oh, murdery pink. My eyes, master. You're because you brought the box in, your gel plate is a bit off screen.
Mm-hmm.
So first the color shift and let that dry. So you can actually go put that off to the side and do something else while that dries.
No, I've already got something else on there.
Oh, you're going to use with the leftovers. I see.
I'm using the color shift to pick it up, pick the daisies up.
We shall see.
Hopefully. Yes, we shall. I said I was ignoring advice.
Well, don't be so happy about it. I don't know if I can do anything.
No, I don't think it's going to work very well.
Right?
Mm.
Well, can I see the mistake? Like, don't I get to rub it in?
Yeah, go on, rub it in.
That's it? That's all you got?
Yep.
Well,
that's it.
All that thinking and all that conversation, and that's all you got? Come on.
Yeah, that's it. Funny noise.
Hold on, I have no clue. Oh, it was a preset video popped up.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
I'm going to leave that for a bit, see if it will pick up any of that. If it does, that's what we hope to get some of, a trace of it.
Oh, now I can see the daisies.
That's why I pulled that fast, because I was thinking, no, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I think you're definitely right. Definitely need to use that stuff first. But yeah,
no.
I didn't.
What did you say?
Who, me? No, it wasn't me. Somebody else. No, somebody else. Wasn't me at all.
Lisa
Right.
says there's a dog head in that print. Is Rufus there and I didn't notice?
No, he's not there. He's gone away. He's
Okay,
playing
moving on.
with Daddy.
That's the one you let dry, right?
It's the second one I let dry.
Okay.
And it is dry. So, what am I going to do with that? Now, that's got some very pale blue on there. If I was to use the black paper, perhaps I should use pearl. Have you got a better idea?
Well, I didn't think you were talking to me. I just thought you were talking to yourself.
Well, I was, but you can join in.
Okay, Mariah's at her keyboard now, so she's home. So here's what she said. For the color shift paints, they work best on top of dark substrates or even darker paint. So that means they do have to be that first layer.
Uh-huh.
Or I think like you've already had all your pulls. So let's say you bring a pull back and then put the color shift on top. Well, you don't have anything
I
on
see what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Not impressed with that one. I might just go over it with something and try and pull everything off.
But let's say you have a pull that's all done, or you think it's all done, like the daisies or something. And I hope Mariah corrects me. But then you come back, you put some color shift paint down, a light coat of colors. Oh gosh, we've got. Thank you, PM. We're not only going to delete them, we're going to put them in timeout. So yeah, they're going everywhere. They were hot and heavy out there yesterday. So yeah, then you put a light layer of color shift down, and then put your pre-made print down, and just pull color shift over top of it.
No.
I don't know.
No.
But I do know it needs a dark substrate.
Well, if I'm using the black, that's a dark substrate.
Yeah.
So what am I going to do? Something light. I've got benzimidazole in yellow. Could try that. See what happens. Probably won't be anything any good. Let's try it just for the fun of it. I hate it when it squirts on me. It squirted on me.
Yeah, Lisa or Susan says she uses the color shift as a final glaze, the last thing she does on a.
Right, let's see. Oh, now that could look quite nice. I don't see much of the yellow though.
Well, gets lost on that black a bit. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, your overhead light is killing half of it. Yeah.
Have a look, see if it pulls any of it. Ours pulled with yellow.
Yeah.
There's no piece of yellow left.
Mariah, at the very beginning, you talked about Mr. Ugly. So
I could talk about Mr. Ugly again. He's right here.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, not a lot of harsh yellow, just enough to looks nice.
There's little traces around the edge. There must have been quite a lot more of the silver and blue there than I thought there was, because that was silver and blue, that one.
She says yes, please, about Mr. Ugly.
Okay, will do. Mr. Ugly, coming right up.
That
Ooh.
the daisies and the trilobites together really go well together.
Now, this is Mr. Ugly. What I'm thinking is I've gone over him with white gesso because I wasn't happy with the darkness on the nose, the yellowy darkness on the nose, with the grey up here, and with the colour of the beads here, and all this, and especially with all this sort of the beardy bit I didn't like it much. So I went over the whole thing with gesso, and I went over the beard bit with more plaster. And the neck is lovely now. It's really solid. It stands up beautifully, like that. Not a problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. So what I'm thinking to do with him, I was thinking about sanding, which is something I mentioned at the beginning, but I don't think I will. I think I've got some nice tooth here and there, to pick up more plaster when I want to put things on him. For instance, some of these. There's a nice bumblebee, and there's loads of these lovely cogs and gears, and I've got some copper ones as well. And I've got other things. I mean, there's all sorts of things you can use. I've got a clock here, for heaven's sake. A clock dial.
Loves the texture.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the texture. I just wasn't happy with the colour of the texture so much. And then on the back, I want to use some. Let me put them out down here.
Your circles.
Not quite. The stamp. You know that alchemy soft mold that I used as a stamp on there. Now I bought the stamp as well, but the stamp is tiny in comparison. Where did I put that?
She's gonna collage, Mariah.
I'm gonna tear it and rip it and collage back at the very least. I might go on and do some more stamping and use some more on other areas, but the idea is to get that on, and then when that's dry, I'm then going to use colour and let it drip and dribble and go all over the place. And then I'm going to use the metal pieces to go over the top and blend in with any luck. I might go over it with more colour after that. I often do more than one load of colour. But yeah, so I'm going to be sort of...
So Mariah wants to know, are you going to colour those papers before you collage them on him?
No, I'm going to colour the head after the papers are on. So I'll put that piece of paper on, make sure it's well down, put another piece on, finish doing that round the back particularly. And then when that's dry, I will then go over it with some colour.
Okay, here's my thought, and anybody jump in. Here's my thought. You're going to put that tissue paper as is, you're going to put it on his head, and then you're going to color it with paint.
Paint or ink, yeah.
Paint or
ink. Spray.
Well, here's my thought. You put that down and let it dry. When you put the paint or ink on, it's going to get wet again, and that tissue paper will loosen the images or move them, crinkle, crumple.
No, it won't. Because the images are done with what's the stuff? StazOn ink. So they're done so they won't do that.
No. I'm not talking that the images will move. I'm talking that the paper.
Well, the paper might move, but I can go over it with some matte medium, seal it in place. Then it won't.
Okay.
Because I most often use matte medium as the the glue, then you put the tissue on, then you put more matte medium on top, and that does the sealing.
Okay.
That's what I usually do anyway. And then things like this, you see, Zinc, Seth Apter, lavender. I'm not sure about the lavender, but I do love that color.
So you're saying if you put the sealer on there, once you put the sealer over the tissue, then the tissue, I guess I'm not understanding. Yeah.
Well, I found that if you put the tissue on with matte medium as a glue, and then put some more matte medium over the top, like using Mod Podge, it will still accept color once it's dry.
It won't re-wet the paper?
No.
Oh, okay.
It won't move. You've got to make sure it's properly dry before you start that, because if your tissue is still wet, yes, it will move.
Okay. Come over to, can you look at chat and see, or do you want me to read everything Mariah is saying?
Let me see.
She says,
let me see. You should paint or ink first. No. So the tissue is going to hold the white color of the gesso. Yes. I'll be sealing that layer. Yes. So if you want color to hold under the tissue, you're going to want to color it first. I don't. Depends. The tissue will be sealed. Yes. But you'll still be able to paint over the top. I've done this before on books. So honestly, it does work. There's me saying things and it probably won't. But so far, it hasn't worked for me like that.
The mad scientist, Mad Frankie.
Hey, Frankie strikes again.
Yes, we shall see. We shall see. Interesting. Yeah, we shall see.
I can use things like this as well. I love things like this, like a piece of an iron washer with a bit of it. Lovely little bits and bobs. I've got boxes of these somewhere. I must try and find them. But of course, I'm in transition from the upstairs craft room down to here. Is where you want it to be. But there's always little bits of copper from things I've been working on. Little bits of copper.
You're quite close, so we didn't see your little rusty bit there. But
okay, rusty bit.
Your little ring, your little thingy that you just showed us. There, yeah. There. Those are your favorite toys right there.
Yes, all these lovely little bits and bobsies. Super. The thing is, I quite often like a huge range of things, and they don't always go together. So
well,
that can be
like the thing Ian brought you home. That whatever that's
like that. Where is he? Come here, my dear.
I have no clue, but you'll use it somewhere.
Yes, I will. There we go. So I've got this funny thing, which I don't know what it is, and he wasn't sure what it was either. It's just a bit. So you can always colour that with metal paint or just acrylic if you want to.
Right.
And then there's a little pressure gauge, vacuum gauge.
To your right, over to your right, closer to, move over closer to your brayer, there you go. Look at that. She just, the little things that thrill her.
And you can always use things like this as well. If you paint it with acrylic paint or with a metal paint, you don't know what it is. When it's finished, just put one on there. Like there. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. It's a bit heavy for this one. Pity, because I've only just got it.
It looks like the cap for a water bottle.
It is a cap for a water bottle, but I've used lots of them, and you don't know that it's a cap for a water bottle when you've finished using them, because you use them in odd places and they're coloured in particular ways, and you don't know.
This is true.
I mean, if you study them closely, you can look at them and go, isn't that the cap from a water bottle? But you wouldn't know instantly. That is the point. So there we are. So that's Mr. Ugly. And I'll probably use rust colours. I like rust colours, so I'll probably use things like, I might even use diluted nickel azo gold or something in a spray form. I might do that.
He's definitely going to say Mr. Ugly, steampunky Mickey Rourke type look.
Well, I don't know about Mickey Rourke, but we'll do our best. I mean, there's honey. That's quite a nice colour. And somewhere around here, I've got the Tea and coffee. There's the tea and coffee.
Lisa, we are all happy that Mad Frankie is home
Yeah, well, I am.
and getting
Definitely.
back
There we
to
go.
himself.
Coffee. They like coffee. The trouble is, once I get these out, I'm drawn to use them immediately, and I mustn't. Not yet. Oh, dear. So there we go. That's the plan. That's what we're going to do with Mr. Ugly.
And I'm sure she knows how to make rust water, Susan, but she's probably looking at it going, well, that's not strong enough. She wants something darker.
Yeah, yeah, very likely.
Lisa
And
said,
I'll probably go over these with patina, but if they're not real brass, they won't patinate.
right.
So I would have to go over them with some acrylic colours then.
And
That would be
Lisa
all right.
says texture from hexagon nuts would be handsome. I agree.
Yeah,
Embed some
yes, they are
hexagon
good.
nuts
I've used
into
these
them.
before. Yeah, I've
Ooh,
definitely used this before.
yeah.
Yep. So there we are. So we've got some collaging to do on Mr. Ugly. I might do a little bit now. Shall I do a bit now? I could do.
What if I said no?
I think it's a bit late for that.
Too late. Did I tell you that Russ now says that to me when he thinks I'm missing you?
Yeah.
Oh.
There
Everybody
we go.
says yes, yes, do something now. Well, you're going to have to get on camera better. You're too close, and all we're seeing is a part of it.
Yeah, and I haven't found the what's it? Let's get rid of that one.
So you're
Yep.
going to use
Yeah.
gel medium. Oh, there you go. Gel medium. Put your tissue paper down. More gel medium.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Gel medium. Where is the gel medium? Come to mommy.
Oh, Phantom.
I've got gloss medium. I don't really want gloss
You
medium. I
really
really want
want
the
gloss.
matte
Yeah.
medium, don't you? Well, I've got some over there. Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to climb over some prints. With what?
Mariah said it. I didn't say it.
What did she say? What did she say?
She said it's over there.
Oh dear.
Oh, my bad.
You're terrible. I think that's made Violet's day. Dear me. Dear.
Oh, tears in my eyes, Mariah. Thank you for that. Oh. My aunt, bless her heart, rest in peace, she used to tell me, the more you cry, the less you pee. It's not true, but it was so cool to hear her say it.
There you go. You see, so
Okay, you're a little off screen still. You got to go forward, not up, forward towards your monitor.
there you go. Is that better? I can see what I'm doing.
Oh, right on top of it. Yeah, we're right in this. We've got our nose in there. Let me tell you.
Not so easy to rip out. I haven't got a paintbrush. Well, I've got a paintbrush, but I haven't got any water to rip it out with. So,
Susan, that's exactly how I made mine. Throw in a little bit of salt
hey.
to rust
Oh
things.
yeah.
Vinegar, salt, and water. In fact,
Uh-huh.
come to think of it, did I use peroxide?
You have done before. You've told me.
Yeah, yeah. Boy, did I get some good rusty stuff.
Uh-huh.
But my husband is always careful to tell me if you have open sores, if you have any open cuts or anywhere, even a paper cut, do not get that stuff on your hands or wherever you have the cut. I didn't use the sun, Susan. I just set it on the counter and let it go, let it just do its work. And my husband came in and like, that's not for dinner, is it? Well, depends. It depends. Treat me nice, and no, it won't be. You'll have steak. Okay, Mariah. She says, remind her on Tuesday, and she'll have Peace show all her rusty artwork.
Okay. That would be great. I love rusty artwork.
Mm-hmm. So you're just using a matte medium here.
Yep. See, I want to be able to get colour on top, so I'm not using the gloss medium. I'm eating a paintbrush, I'm sorry.
I know. Yep. Yeah, it's hard enough to understand the British without having them stick a paintbrush in their mouth. It's almost like he has yeah, Susan says, I'm wondering if Mr. Ugly might actually be cool in black and white. Just nah, I think he'd be cool with some rust. He needs some rust. There's no way he's gonna just yeah. He's in Fran's house. There's no way he's gonna stay just black and white. No, nope.
I get bored.
Yep. She would throw rotten food at him just to color him up.
Yeah, probably.
Who's Vita? He could be Vita's brother then? Who's Vita? I don't know. Oh, I know who you mean. Well, duh. Never mind. Why are you cutting instead of ripping? Yeah, I remember.
Doesn't
Mariah.
I'll rip it afterwards.
Okay.
It doesn't matter so much then.
This is the deli paper.
No,
No?
white tissue.
Oh.
Wet strength carnival tissue.
Fran always gets to decide. By the time you make a suggestion to Fran, she's already off. Too late. Pretty cool to get to see how she goes too. Like, which way is she gonna go?
I do like the way tissue just goes round corners.
Yeah. Now, how long for this to dry? To dry, and then you have to put another coat on it.
I mean, it might take less than that, but it's hot these days, so it might well.
I hear you, Sue. Liz, they name theirs. If the one in my house is like the one I made, which was I made because I was frustrated and bored, so it was made out of a water jug. It's called Jug. makes it easy for me to remember. And I have a rubber brain upstairs that I did a paint pour over, and I named that Brain. Makes it so easy. Would you name it? Brain. It makes it easy to remember. I got my husband's name down, Pat, and my 4 kids. So we'll just that's and Fran, good enough.
You don't want to get any more complicated than that, do you?
Yeah, we're getting to where we're about full up here. You put stuff in now, and other stuff leaks out.
Yep.
I had a giant Scheffler plant. I mean, this thing just did not want to stop growing. And it was Russ, when he met me, I had it and I introduced him. I said, "This is Sheffy." It's like, he said, "Why did you name it that?" Because he didn't know plants. And I said, "Well, because it's a Schefflera plant. It's easy to remember." I did give my dogs names, but I named them after Edgar Allan Poe names, Raven and Annabelle. That was easy.
And why not?
Yes, Lisa, that's it exactly. Instead of putting the wrap around the head, I saw that. Put plants, cut a hole in the head and put plants down in there, or put a pot in there and then put plants in. That would be so cool. Unfortunately, Russ wanted his water jug back because he uses it to mix.
Oh,
Yeah.
Russ,
We needed
really?
a water jug so he could mix his plant food, and he planted cherry trees and he wanted to mix his plant food, and I stole the water jug. Well, I was having a day, let me tell you. So he took it back, and I said, "Well, here's the thing, honey. Be careful because you fill it so far." She had a nose ring, and there's 2 little holes, and the water will seep out. And he's like, "What did you do to my water jug?" I'm like, "Well, for $1, I'll buy you another one." How, um, is that like the Sue? Is that like the cement, like a cement type of stuff, a concrete mix type thing? I think I know what you mean. I think I saw years and years and years ago. I wanted to use it to make these giant leaves that you could use like for a bird bath or even big stepping stones. He's really looking cool. Really good designs to put on there. That one piece right there looks like, well, he's got a mohawk. Oh, and now he's got a tattoo on his head.
Mm. Well, he's certainly been places.
Are you going to turn around? Let me see the face, please.
In a sec.
Okay. He's got a seahorse for an ear, a steampunky seahorse.
Yep.
Sort of, kind of.
Probable that most of these designs will not be visible when I finish. Not properly visible, anyway.
Yep, that's the one. So I never did get to play with it. There's a lady on YouTube, an elderly woman, Aunt Helen, or Helen Wyatt, or something like that. This woman makes all kinds of things out of concrete mix, like never ending. He has a Stargate head. Oh yeah. Have you ever seen that movie, that show, Fran, Stargate?
Yep. Yep. Definitely. I loved the first one. Not so keen on the following ones. I've just dropped my scissors.
Oh. Is that Stargate one the one with Richard Dean Anderson?
I don't know. Who did he play?
MacGyver.
MacGyver.
Yeah. Same guy that played MacGyver. Oh, Lisa, lucky you. So you'll cover everywhere, even his face, his nose, his eyes, everything, right?
I don't know about the face. I don't know. I haven't
That's
thought
why,
about that.
yeah, that's why I said turn him over so I could see. That's what I wanted to see if you put anything there. Hi, Colleen.
Come on, don't play about.
Well, you chose some good um, images to stamp and put on him.
Yeah. Well, I liked that picture.
Mhm.
Well, I thought of putting bits of it all over the place.
He needs more on his head.
Yeah.
Well, I think Fran, Colleen says, hello, everyone. Hard at work, I see. And I think Fran is
Yeah.
starting to wind down and,
I think so. Yeah.
yep,
I must admit to be feeling quite tired.
yep. I'm surprised you went this long.
Well, it was Mariah's fault. She said she wanted to see Mr. Ugly, and then I got involved in Mr. Ugly. So there we go. I don't really have any more bits. I'm gonna have to do some more stamping.
Yep,
Have some more bits. I mean, there's more stuff there, but it's Egyptian. I don't really want to use Egyptian,
right.
so
But
I'm gonna have to find
no,
something else.
from looking at it, yeah, Brad likes that you blame Mariah. Um, from
Well, I
look,
did.
from looking at him, you can see how much more you need to create.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've got more on this side than I have on that side, and I need to do a bit more stiffening on the neck there. I can feel it being a bit spongy. It's all right where the plaster is, but where it isn't, I need to be a bit more. Put a bit more on. So I'll do that maybe later tonight, and then let it dry overnight. Because it does dry quite well, or it did when I was away for 3 weeks.
At
So
least,
yeah, I'm pooped now. I'm afraid I'm all done.
yep, it's getting close to 9 o'clock for you. Bedtime, almost bedtime. You need to
Yeah,
put your leg up.
yeah, and I'm trying not to be so late.
Mariah says it always takes more than you think. The paper, I'm sure. And Brad says I like the start. He's looking fairly sharp. He's a
Yep.
sharp dressed man. Yeah,
Thank you. He's not looking too bad.
not too bad.
I like the sort of vague starishness of these designs, the astronomy designs. I like that. Got to do some more of the seahorse.
So
We can do some smaller ones of this. Now I've got the stamp, the smaller stamp. What did I do with the smaller
I
stamp?
was going to say, Lisa just said I need some of the round ones on any kind of paper. I love them. What the round ones that
Those round ones?
the round ones that you use the stamp, the rubber stamp to create? I wonder if that's what she.
No. There's the stamp. And here is what I used to create these was this mold. So I just put ink on this side, stamped it on the tissue.
That's right. It was a mold.
And then I thought, oh, they've actually got a stamp. I'll buy the stamp. Bought the stamp. It's tiny. Look at this difference in size. Huh. Yeah, right. So anyway, I can get some smaller stamped images. That would quite be nice, I think. So it would work out quite good. But I'm done for today.
We have comments. We have Mariah. good stream. Was great to hang with you both. Thank you for being here, Mariah. Sue says, thank
Thanks
you, Fran and
everybody for
Violet.
coming.
Amazing prints today from Sue. From Lisa, Fran, go rest and remember you have been through so much recently. Hugs.
I
And
can't get you back. What
yeah,
have you done?
my camera's turned off. Ha ha ha. Nisi
Oh,
here.
you
Hi,
cheated.
Nisi. Thank you, Fran and Violet. She says, hold on, I'll turn my camera back on.
I was going to bring you back in so you could say goodbye. There you go.
There I am. I was
Look at
working on.
that lovely nautilus she's crocheted there. Isn't that gorgeous?
Just
I
free
love
form
that.
it.
Yeah, I think that's
Really,
lovely.
I blame Mariah because she mentioned a lady who does freeform crochet, and so of course I went and looked for her because I've been crocheting for like 40 years, and so I was just playing around.
There you go. And you made nautilus. I think that's marvelous. Right, bye bye everybody. Bye bye, and thank you
everyone. Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate you coming. Bye bye. Bye bye. Here we go.